vlab 1 of week 5, or if you're following along in your lab book, lab 9, implementing digital signatures. So I went ahead, I already downloaded my steps. So when you're ready, go ahead and click on Start Assessment. Pay attention to the deliverables. This is what I'm looking for grading. When you understand the steps and you understand the submission requirements, you're ready to access the vlab. Go ahead and access it. Again, I'm using Chrome. You may or may not get several pop-ups for Java. If you get a Java update or a Java pop-up, go ahead and allow Java to run. You may get a Java is out of date. Make sure your Java is current, and then go ahead and allow it to run. This prep actually does take several minutes, so also be kind of patient with that. Okay, so once it loads, it should load our typical virtual desktop, and we're going to be going to our ISSA VM server farm RDP folder. They could have named that so much better. And you're going to notice we have our target 01 Ubuntu machine in there. We're going to go ahead and open up that. We're logging in as Nancy. Password, remember, it's easier to do caps lock ISS316S, turn off caps lock, finish the word security, ECURITY. I have the biggest issue, or the most people complaining about not being able to use the correct passwords, and it's not that they're using the incorrect password, it's just they'll do Shift-I, Shift-S, Shift-S. The Shift has a delay and doesn't always work. So once our desktop loads, we're going to be setting up a Word document. So application, accessories, text editor. You want to go ahead and type your name. Do not do Jesse Swift, but do your name. And this is a message that will be digitally signed by Nancy Reynolds. Go ahead and save it. We want to be saving it as unsigned message. Make sure to save it in the Nancy R folder. Click on Save. So once you've saved it, go ahead and exit out of it and navigate the terminal. So back to Accessories, Terminal. Now we're going to be setting up our signed message. So GPG armor out signed message sign unsigned message. So our encryption, we're armoring it. We're doing an output named signed message, and we're signing unsigned message. Enter a passphrase. Our passphrase is going to be our typical password. Again, caps lock ISS316S. Turn off caps lock. Finish spelling security. And that is it. So now that accepted the command, we're going to go ahead and verify. So cat signed message, and it should show a encrypted signed message. So now that we verified that we signed the message, we're going to go ahead and move it so that we can log in as Matthew and see if he could read it. So change directory, signed message, and we're moving that to temp. Spacing is important, so CP space signed message space where are we putting it? Temp. So once you've done that, go ahead and close everything. We want to disconnect. We want to go back to it, but we're going to be logging in as Matt. Matthew H. Type in the appropriate password. Again, pay attention to the capitalization. And it should connect here in a second. Sometimes the pages take a second to load, so you've got to be patient. So once your Linux desktop loads, we're going to go ahead and open back up our terminal. And now we want to see if we can access that signed message. So cat, and then type in the message, signed. So we can see it because it's in temp, and the name of the file is signed message, but it's encrypted. We have to have a way to decrypt it so that we can read it. So how we do that is, before we can actually decrypt it, we're going to verify that it was written by Nancy. We want to see if the digital signature actually matches up. Verify temp signed message, and the signature is made. Today's date. The signature is from Nancy. The key is not certified or trusted, but for a lab environment that is okay. And that way we have verified that Nancy Reynolds actually signed that text document. And that is actually all for that chapter. So thank you and have a great afternoon.